Hey everyone, so I'm gonna decorate a cake that we have now. I wanted you to see that I'm gonna be using an attachment that is called a coupler. The coupler you attach to your piping bags. So you put it inside your bag, and then this attachment here is going to be what you use to lock in any of your piping tips. So let's say just a perfect round piping tip. You would take the round piping tip and you would put it on top of this guy once you open it, and then you would screw it on. And why would you do this? You do this because that way I can change. I can go from piping round dots, I could take this off, I could then put a star tip on, and then I can pipe some stars or rosettes, and I can take that off, and maybe I put a Saint Honoré on. Either way, it's just a way to change out your tips and not have to waste your bag. If you want the exact same consistent amount and perfect layers, it's good to go ahead and put a piping tip on, and then you get to make a fun little swirl. So if you just focus on making a swirl, and if your turning table doesn't spin on you, you can get a perfectly even layer of icing all the way to the outside. This is kind of like doing what they call a torte. You see you have a perfect layer, you can smooth it again, but it's really not that big of a deal. And then I'm gonna layer my next cake layer. And I'm gonna do it again. Now you don't have to do this again if you know exactly how much you're gonna put. I think some people even weigh it, but I'm not doing that. It is not that serious. All right. All right, one more layer. All right, and then your top layer. All right, so next you want to crumb coat your cake, and the point of that is, look at all these crumbs. There's crumbs everywhere. This will get in your icing. So if you just put the crumb coat, which is just a thin layer of icing on your cake, that'll walk in these crumbs, and then you'll refrigerate it until it sets, and then you can put your final coat of icing on your cake. I like to use a straight spatula. Everybody has their own things, but I like a straight spatula to make sure I have perfect level layers. And all you're doing with this crumb coat is literally just locking in, so you don't need a thick layer of icing. So you pretty much put it on and then scrape it all off. But if you look at what I scraped off, you can see crumbs all in it. So this is what I save. All right, so another tool I like is normally if you just have, again, just like that straight blade, you can get whatever you like and you just scrape off the excess. And now your cake is crumb coated. So put it in the fridge, wait till your buttercream sets, and then you can finish decorating.